Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tayler Yarish Show, episode 7, everybody. How's it going? I'm feeling a little slow right now I almost said this morning, this afternoon. It's almost 2 p.m. Kate and I just slammed down a bunch of pastries and donuts and cookies and shit because we're fat as fuck. And that's how we chose to start our morning. We got a lot to say right now. We did a staycation this past weekend. It was our 4-year anniversary of being together. So we did a staycation. That's what we did. Wow, 4 years. 4 years Are you guys gonna get married? Are you getting married now? 4 years is a long time. It's my grandmother asking me, please get married before I croak. 4 years it's a good run. It's a good run, I would say. We actually don't know. It's not even exactly 4 years. We don't know the first day that we started date. The first day we were official, we were super official. It's just 4 years from the date where we had our first date, where we both agreed, we're into this, so we're gonna keep doing it. So it was nice. So we did a staycation. I'll backtrack. Yeah, we went into the city. We went into Manhattan and we stayed at a hotel because that's what you do now. That's a vacation. That's what it is. They're giving it away. Not really. They're not really giving away rooms. I thought they were. I heard other people talk about staying, you could just fucking stay in a hotel. It's great. They're so cheap now. Yeah, I mean, they're cheaper relative to what they were. And how people paid for hotels in the city, in nice parts of the city before this, I mean, the prices for what you're getting. I mean, I'm not going to rat out the hotel that we stayed at, but for what I paid, could have been a little bit better. All right? I got a junior suite, which, is a nice room. I got a junior suite in this hotel on the Lower East Side, and I paid a pretty penny for 2 nights, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And you would just expect, I don't know, I know they're running with a short staff. They have the skeleton crew, if you will. And I know it's going to be a little difficult, but there's certain things, I'm not a needy guest by any means. My entire life I've worked in hospitality. I mean, it's not a lot to say my entire life, however many years I've been working. I've never not had a job where I'm not offering somebody food. That's what I can say. One summer I was a janitor in high school. That's for another day. At a high school, that's for another day, that story. But yeah, so I get it. I'm the nicest. You want me as your fucking customer. As you want me as your patron to your place, because I can deal with a lot, because I understand the other side of the desk. I understand the other side of the table. I know you have 1,000 things to do. You're fucking running around. I get it. But everybody has their tipping point, And I think I reached mine, especially when you're paying so much fucking money. So we were like, let's go for our anniversary. We're going to stay in this hotel. It's great. We're going to get some food. We'll order out. Or maybe we were going to go and eat outside in the fucking 2-degree weather, but we just decided against that because, I mean, it was comical. I mean, the wind is fucking just whipping, and I just don't want to eat a fucking chicken parm while I have frostbite. It's just not what I was into. It'd be much cooler to sit in a hotel room, be nice and cozy. We got drinks from Death & Co., which is a cool cocktail bar. We went a little bougie, and then we ordered food from Quality Eats, which, if you haven't been there, good stuff. This is how bougie this place is. It was a delivery, rather, and they delivered the food, and it came with real silverware. They're just fucking giving away silverware over there. We got knives. I'm like, hey, I'm going to take these home. They were just pretty decent steak knives. And yeah, I'm down with it. So they just must have a shit ton of silverware over there. This podcast has started all off the rails, and I apologize, but my brain's all over the place. I'm tired because I'm crashing from the sugar, but I'm also up from the sugar. I'm trying to drink coffee to compensate. My levels are all over the fucking place. I'm tired and jacked at the same time. But anyway, this hotel, the first night, I brought whiskey to the hotel, and I was like, you know what? We're just gonna, we'll make some old fashions. We'll watch some Survivor. It's gonna be a good time. So I called down. I'm like, hey, can we get some ice? Can we get a bucket of ice? Well, first, no. First, I like every other hotel, I stay in hotels where the ice is on the floor, and I feel like most people do. Like, you go in a hotel, there's an ice machine on that floor. It's by the vending machine, but apparently this place could not be bothered to put that's like for poor people, apparently. Like, hey, this is a bougie place. You're rich. We'll fucking bring you ice, bro. We'll freeze it. We'll bring it to you. It's gonna be nice. So I didn't even know that places did this, so I was confused. I took the ice bucket down to the front desk, and I was like, hey, where's the ice machine? They're like, oh, we bring the ice up to you. What room are you in? I was like, oh, boom, 607. Go back up. And I wait. Now, I don't know how long you think it's appropriate to wait for a bucket of frozen water, but we waited over an hour, I want to say. And about halfway in between, along that, I called down and I was like, hey, just checking on where the ice is. He's like, oh, yeah, it's on the way up. And I'm like thinking, okay, there's one guy. He's running around the hotel. He's doing all this stuff. There's only one room service guy. Fine. Totally fine. Takes over an hour for ice. Totally would have got it myself. Fine. And so that was that night. And then the second night, which is our anniversary, we got the cocktails. I was like, hey, I remember it took a long fucking time to get this shit. Why don't, as we're entering back into the hotel, because we walked to pick up the cocktails, let's tell the guy at the front desk, hey, we're going to want some ice as we're walking in. So that's what we do. 2 fucking hours later, 2 hours later, that's when we got our ice. And we had a lot of correspondence in that time. About an hour goes by, and we get our food by then. And I called down. I'm like, hey, just checking up on this large order I placed of the ice. I don't know if you could scrape that together and have a dude run it up there. Again, I'll fucking go down myself like a pauper and get it myself. I just want to do that at this point. Like, I'll get the ice. And he's like, oh, yeah, totally. I saw the guy. He's totally on the way up. Another hour passed. And at this point, we're just drinking the cocktails with no ice, which is not how you're supposed to do it. But we're like, fuck it. And it just baffles me. Like, I get it. You're short staffed. It's a pandemic. I fucking get it. But it's like, if I'm the front desk guy, if I work there, I couldn't allow myself to not go up there and do it. You know what I mean? Like, if I was working the front desk at this hotel, somebody called down and said, hey, we've been waiting 2 hours for fucking ice. I'd be like, holy shit, let me lick your balls and I'll bring up ice for you, and you can throw it at me. You can throw it at me and call me names. Like, I don't know what that says about me, whether that's just I give good hospitality or I don't care about myself, but God. And again, when you're paying as much as you're paying for a hotel, like, I'm not asking for the fucking works here. By the way, there's also no room service because of COVID. They don't come in and they don't clean, because it's dangerous to clean during COVID. Because germs, but that's what they do anyway. They come in and clean. I don't understand it. I get it. You just don't want to hire a fucking maid service. You don't want to hire them back because you don't have people in the hotel to justify yada yada. I get it. You can blame anything on COVID now. You can blame anything on COVID. It's annoying. No, can't do it. Fucking COVID. No, you got to bring it back at 1 o'clock, not 2 o'clock, because, COVID. What? They justify everything with it. It's fucking annoying. So again, I'm not going to rat them out. I don't have a Yelp page. I don't do anything like that, but it's just, get it together, man. I get it. They're surviving, but fuck. But anyway, so that's that. Anyway, it was a good time. Fun time. But back to when I fucking first started while I'm feeling like crap. We woke up this morning because there's this bakehouse in the Lower East Side called Supermoon something like that. Supermoon Bakehouse. I think that's what it's called. They're only open 3 days a week for a couple hours. And right away, I'm like, oh, this is going to be bougie as fuck. Because the rest of the time, they're just doing private orders or whatever. And we're like, all right, we'll get there at 10 o'clock. We get there. There's already a line around the fucking building. It was amazing to see. The whole street, everywhere you look is desolate. Shut down, barricaded, spray painted. Like, it's just all dead except for the fucking bakery. Sugar will always win. It will always win. It's always a safe bet to open up a bakery, open up a fucking ice cream shop, even coffee shops, and serve some sweets and cookies and shit like that. People will, it doesn't matter what's happening. A fucking nuclear apocalypse, people will be like, maybe we could get some croissants before we head to the bunker. Maybe we could get some. We can't. I mean, and listen, I'm not calling all these people fat and that they have problems. We have a problem too. We did it. We stood out in the cold. Our hands were fucking freezing, and we waited for we got a regular croissant. We got a baklava croissant. We're so fat. We got a caramel corn. I don't know if you say caramel. Don't hate me. Popcorn eclair. That was pretty banging. We got a potato au gratin Danish, a brownie macadamia chocolate chip fucking cookie, and then a raspberry basil cream donut. Why? Unnecessary. We could have got two things, probably would have been satisfied, but no, we went in for it. And now we are both regretting it. Really feeling like shit. But yeah, man, sugar places, they'll always live. They'll always survive. You only need like one dude to run the front, and then you have somebody in the back just losing their mind folding croissants, man. I worked at a bakery before, and it's bananas. It's bananas. The people that work and make the croissants, like, you got to get there at you never leave. You sleep in the back, and then you wake up at fucking 2 a.m. to start folding croissants. It's quite the process. And it was very delicious. I recommend them. They weren't that, they're reasonably priced. If you're ever in New York, why would you come to this godforsaken city? But if you come here, go for it. We watched the Conor McGregor fight last night. Conor McGregor lost. He got hit a lot of times in the face, and he fell down. And he didn't get back up, and that was the fight. And I don't know a lot about fighting, so I'm not going to try to go in and like, well, you know what he should have done. That's the best part about bars being closed, is that there's not a bunch of fucking losers sitting around screaming at the TV of what he should be doing. Dude, I used to watch UFC fights in bars, and I don't really know. I know a little bit about like the technicality of fighting. Like, I could tell you, oh yeah, he's in top mount, whatever. I don't do it, and I don't pretend to know. So I will definitely not be like, you know what he needs to do right here? He's got to go into fucking side control and hook the ankle with the fucking... No, just watch it. Just watch and see what happens. See who wins. That's all. You're not going to impress me with your fucking... with your knowledge of jujitsu or whatever. You know what I mean? Oh, is that what Conor McGregor should do? Is that what he should do in this position? God, it's exhausting. Just the male posturing. It's like, bro, can we just enjoy this? Can we just enjoy this fight? So it was nice to watch it in this hotel with Kate, who just, is just excited that I'm excited, even though nothing puts her to sleep faster than watching fights. This girl has insomnia every other night. Will stay up till fucking 4 a.m. scrolling through TikTok and listening to My Favorite Murder. and cannot fall asleep. But I put on, welcome to the fight. It's a UFC 250. Immediately, she's out. But yeah, so it's just nice to watch them. I wish he would have won. I'm not, I'm not a huge. I'm a casual fan, so I don't want to be like, I'm a fan of these guys and this guys. I like watching greatness. So it would have been cool to see Conor win again, But what are you gonna do? Again, I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. I don't really watch this sport, so I'm not an expert or whatnot. But yeah, I guess what else happened this week? The fucking inauguration happened. It was kind of boring, I'll be honest. I mean, I don't think it's supposed to be exciting. I mean, I don't remember. I think I watched the Obama, I watched the Trump one. And this one, I know there's a pandemic, but it's just a little boring. You're going to close with a poet? Okay. Maybe she crushed it. I don't know how to judge a poet. I don't know how to judge a poem. I mean, my only experience with poetry is in college. Like, this was back when I still wanted to be a rapper, kind of. And I was like, I'll try slam poetry. I did one slam poem thing where I got up in front of people and I wrote I forget what it was about, but it's, to me, like poetry, it's usually just like grief porn. It's just everybody talking about their problems in like kind of an artsy, flowy way. I don't know what was going on with her hands. She was doing a lot of, maybe this is a poem. Maybe this is a poem thing. This is a poet kind of like move where you flow and whatever. But I just remember it being a fucking bummer. It was people who couldn't afford therapy going up there and just being like, and you'll never touch me again because the thing and the dive into the depths of my soul and just, Lady Gaga was pretty good, I guess. The singers were good. Again, we just want to be entertained. We don't give a fuck about, do you solemnly swear to protect the thing or the Constitution or yeah, I fucking do. No, we just want to hear fireworks, by Katy Perry. We just want to see Bruce Springsteen. There could have been, if they just did a Bruce Springsteen concert and at the very end Joe Biden put his hand on the Bible, was like, got it. We would have been happy. That would have brought I think that would have brought people together. Just have somebody up there singing some songs. We just want to go to a concert again. We don't, at least I don't. I don't care who's in the fucking, I just want to go outside. That's all I care about. I don't care who's telling me I can, pretty much. You know what I mean? God, I'm sorry. I'm so fucking tired right now. Again, I am crashing this. Oh, speak of the fucking devil, got a Springsteen coffee cup. Sugar is the devil. It crashes me down, and I say this like I'm not going to get Ben & Jerry's later to fill the void. I might. My mom's going to listen to this and be like, I think you were rambling a lot in this one. My mom listens to every episode, and I can't wait till I get to episode 300 or something where she just stops listening. It's weird to think that my whole family listens to this when I talk about some of the stuff I talk about. Hey, let's not, huh? Let's not. Go watch something else, No, I'm just kidding. You can listen. You're the only person listening, probably. But yeah, I don't know. It was nice to get away for a weekend and not, we didn't throw on the news or anything. We weren't really looking at our phones much. Because the news will just fucking bum you out, man. This is what I noticed this. This is a term. I noticed it. This is a term that journalists love to use. And I know, the moment I'm going to point this out and then you're going to fucking see it everywhere. There's so many articles or news stories or something where the word loom is in the title. Journalists love talking about how shit is looming. Everything looms now. I don't think I've ever used that word once. I was just going through, scrolling through some articles. Every federal marijuana reform looms after the Senate flip. Water crisis looms. In first days, Biden flashes action as deep problems loom. The Senate begins Biden cabinet confirmation hearings as impeachment trial looms. France reaches the 1 million mark for vaccinations as new lockdowns loom. Everything fucking looms. Can we use a new word? Is everything just a dark, shadowy figure? Is everything just the shoe about to drop? I think that's the problem, man. It's the wording of it. There's no reason to use that word. Biden takes office as the Trump presidency and the legacy of violence looms. I bet everyone who uses the word loom, they thought loom, and they're like, oh, fuck yeah. It's looming. It's a dark cloud. It's looming in the background. Looming. Why not prance? Why can't things just prance or arrive or show up? You know what I mean? Why do we have to use that dark ass fucking... Nobody says that in their real life. Nobody uses the word loom. It doesn't no one's like, hey, you told me to pick you up at fucking 1:30 and I was here at 1:30. I've been looming in the parking lot for 20 minutes. Where have you been? I've been here for 20 minutes now. I've been circling the parking lot. Looming. I've been looming around the neighborhood. Nobody says that. It's a weird word. We need to get a different word. Looming. Everything's looming in the background. I'm going to start using that now. Everyone start using the word loom in your real life. It'll make you feel better. It'll make you feel better. The sugar is dancing around in my stomach. It's dancing around. I've been doing a British voice a lot. I just talk to myself in different voices, but I've been doing it a lot because I've been watching fucking Gordon Ramsay videos. His cooking videos, not his fucking Instagram, TikTok videos, which annoy the shit out of me. I like his cooking video. Gordon Ramsay used to cook. I wish he would just cook, but he doesn't do that now. His whole, he got famous for yelling at people, so now he's cashing in. That's all he does. He yells at people and he makes fun of their cooking, even when it's not warranted. Enough. We get it. We get it. You don't approve of the way anyone cooks any food ever. You're the almighty Christ when it comes to fucking cooking a burger or searing a salmon. We get it. And it was fun to watch while we were buying into it. He now he does these videos on TikTok where he's just like somebody make a TikTok about they're cooking, and he's just like, oh no, don't do that. Oh, what? Oh, you're gonna put mayonnaise? Oh no. Oh God, why would you do that? And he's just shitting on these people cooking, which a lot of the videos, by the way, they don't look half bad. They're different. They're weird. But it's not it's not like, oh God, why would you, it's not like his show. He had that show where he would go into restaurants, or it was not Kitchen Nightmares. It was fucking one of the other ones where he'd go into a shit restaurant and they serve him fish that was sitting on the counter for 2 hours, and he's like, what the fuck is this? And then he goes back in the kitchen, and then that's the show. It's not like that. It's people just being inventive, being creative. Oh, I'm going to put a bunch of butter on the outside of the steak and then sear it face down. Doesn't sound terrible. But he's like, oh, no, you can't fucking... Anything that's not a fucking beef Wellington, he doesn't approve of. We get it. We get it. You cook an amazing beef Wellington. Nobody cares. Nobody eats beef Wellington. Okay? Cook something else. Or do that, he does the show. His videos always pop up on my Instagram. his old videos. I don't know if he's still doing that show. I think he is. The show where he's like in the kitchen cooking on the line and he's like yelling at the diners and he's yelling at the wait staff. Like, this isn't just a fucking, reality show. And I get it. I watch reality TV, watch Survivor, but they're losing weight. But who's buying that Gordon Ramsay is still in the back of the kitchen on the line plating the fucking Caesar salads? Is anybody buying this shit? Is anybody, you know what I mean? I get it. It was cool back in the day, but like, you're a multi-millionaire now. It's a little tired. Like, the whole shtick is that you don't approve of the way anybody does anything, and you're just yelling at and now I'm shitting on you. So I'm doing the same thing. I get that. I get the irony here. But yeah, it's like with the TikTok videos. It's just, is this what you've become? He's got 20 Michelin stars across his restaurants, and you're just shitting on TikTokers, which is kind of hilarious, I guess, when you think about it. But like, you're losing a little bit of the artistry. A little bit of the, do you think Massimo Bottura is out there shitting on TikTok videos? No, he's over in wherever he lives. He's making fucking foam out of Parmesan cheese or whatever. He cannot be bothered. I served that guy one time. I don't know if you know who he is. I think Massimo Bottura. I think that's how you pronounce it. Whatever. He's got like the #1 restaurant in the world. He has this famous dish where he creates Parmesan cheese like 5 different ways, and one of them's foam, and there's a cream, and then there's a cracker, and there's a thing, and one of them's like a fucking balloon or something. I don't know. It's not really for me. I don't like big plates and small portions. It annoys me. Why do I need all this porcelain there's nothing to sop up, I'd rather have just a greasy, steaming, just fucking something to sink my teeth into. Maybe I don't have the palate for it, and I probably don't, but I can't go to those places. I can't afford those places. And maybe that's why Gordon Ramsay's more popular, let's say, or more famous to your average Joe, your average schmuck on the street who just wants a burger, because he can also cook that food, and he also does cook that food a lot. But stop shitting on people, Just you're an old man, just retire quietly into your home and come out with a line of Dijon mustard or whatever and just slip into the night. Let someone else take the reins for a bit. There's a lot of good cooks out there. I mean, most of my Instagram is filled with fucking cooking videos and somebody making up a thing or suggesting, it's food influencers and shit. We ran into a food influencer on the street. We went to this new place, Zazzy's Pizza. Horrible name. For sure change it. Zazzy's? Good luck. There's a lot of restaurants still opening, like, the pandemic hit and they were planning to open. They're like, fuck it, let's just do it. So, good luck. Pizza place in New York, that'll take off. There's none of them. Good luck. It's not sugar. Maybe start selling some cookies. Pizza places should start selling cookies if you want to survive now. If you're going to be a new pizza place. It was pretty good, I'll be honest. It was good, and the guy was really nice. The owner, he came out, he checked on us, and then he gave us a free order of vegan mozzarella sticks. Who really trying to survive in 2021, huh? I mean, this guy, there's no way. I'm judging him by the way he looks and sounds and everything about him, but he just doesn't seem like the type of guy who would take down a vegan dish, but he was real excited about them. It's made all in-house, we got the fucking vegan mozzarella sticks, we got the gluten-free breadcrumbs on the outside, I don't know, my son told me all about this. He's fucking 17 and he's vegan and gluten-free and he doesn't talk to me anymore and he's got fucking 0-gauge earrings and that's cool. He told me this was the new thing, so we're trying it out. I was going to put the pizza with my mother's sauce, but he told me to go vegan, so that's what we're doing. But to be honest, they weren't that bad. As much as I went into I went into the dish not wanting to like it. It was pretty good for a vegan thing. Maybe it was so scalding hot that I couldn't actually taste the real flavors. Could have been it, but it was pretty good. And we ate outside on on this table, whatever. And then on the table next to us, there was this girl with a big DSLR camera, just fucking snapping pics of everything. And he was just bringing out food, like left and right. Like this is the gumbats and the papapa. This is the fucking pepperoni chichichi and the garlic knots. And she was, taking pictures of everything. I'm like, she has to be a fucking influencer, which she is. If you want to follow her, it's Tastes Better Here. That's her Instagram. And getting all of that on the house, by the way. How fucking cushy of a job is... Dude, fuck being Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, we actually have to cook the food. Just be the dude who talks about it. Not even like a critic. Like, yeah, critics go into a restaurant and then they have to talk. But they have to, like, write actual articles. You know, they got to, like, sound intelligent about food. But food influencers on Instagram, you just got to have a nice picture and be like, dude, the fucking cheese crushes. You know? What's up, fam? Look at this awesome fucking meatball sub with the check out this spot. And that's it. And they have like hundreds of thousands of followers, and they go in and get free food. And they give it to them. It's amazing. That's what we're going to do. That's 2021. I'm still looking for a fucking job over here. Maybe I'll just become a food influencer. I eat enough of this shit. I'll become a food influencer who only eats and reviews Ben & Jerry's. Do you think they'll pay me for that? Do you think somebody will give me money to review Ben & Jerry's ice cream? Probably not. I would just be like, I love all your products. Please just keep sending me ice cream. That's really what I want. You know? Oh, God. This one was a little crazy. This one was a little chaotic and all over the place. And I'm aware of that. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to, you don't have to say, text me, hey, good job on the last podcast if you didn't enjoy this. It's fine. There's going to be some losers, all right? Maybe this wasn't as chaotic as I thought it was, but my brain is fucking mush right now. The only thing I've had is just bread and sugar, huh? Bread and sugar. Am I going to have a salad today to compensate and counterbalance it? No, of course not, because once you start with the sugar, ooh, you're on that fucking train. You're on that fucking sugar salt train. We're on it, man. And caffeine as well. I'm a mess. And I got a green t-shirt on and a green hat. We're not doing so hot. We're having issues. You know what I mean? But it's okay, because you know what? Good times are looming. The vaccine is looming. It's all looming in the background. That's right. I'm putting a fucking positive spin on the loom. We got good times looming. We might be going out to California again in a couple months. But some other shit looming. So that's what's happening. Episode 7. Thank you again for listening. If you did enjoy this, give it a share. Share a clip or two. Give the YouTube a watch. Tell a friend. Tell your mom. My mom listens. Your mom should listen. This is a podcast for moms. Okay? That's my demo right now. Moms, grandmothers, aunts, and cousins who live in other states. That's my demo. So share it if you want. I'm so bad at self-promotion and plugging, but this is it. This is my attempt. I can't even look you in the camera when I tell you to share it, please, and thank you. So yeah, that's the podcast this week. Hope everyone is doing good. Have a good week. It's going to be fucking cold if you're on the East Coast. So bundle up and wear a fucking mask because COVID is looming. Goodbye. Thank you.